This is an extreme close-up of my hairline. Now look at this. Look at this hair. If we pull it, we can kind of see where that is. Okay, see that? It's funny because that's the hair on my hairline that is the most forward. Again, you can kind of see where it is. As you can see the skin going up, you can see that clearly is coming off the side of my head like a wall. It's like a plant growing off the side of a wall is what you were able to see with that. And as your juvenile hairline goes away, as your hairline begins going back, what happens is your hairline begins more on top of your head, not so much growing out of your head. As your forehead gets bigger, it's like it goes from this to this, like as far as where the hairline begins. And it's funny like to think at age 35, hey, I've still got that one hair in particular that if you look at the very beginning of my hairline, I mean, I've still got some that still start there, but there's not much left. Have you ever really just fathomed that? I haven't. I haven't really thought about that much. That like, but like when I've talked about juvenile hairlines, like for example, my son, you know, it's typical. If you're a boy, your hairline's like this. And so, yeah, a lot of your hair is growing out of your forehead, not just on top of your head, but growing out of your forehead. Have you ever thought about that? Like how hair grows out of your face, basically, but then that changes. Hey, look, there's a gray hair. Can I pluck it? Can I get away with that? See, that's one good thing about me is even though I definitely am in the balding process, gray hair isn't something I have to really worry about. And the people that I do know that are older than me and have more hair than me, they're either dyeing their hair or they have a lot of gray hair. I have to borrow my wife's tweezers for that, but I'll get it. But, you know, I don't have a lot of gray hair. I've got some showing up. I mean, there's, 1, 2, 3. But gray hair isn't something I really, that's not something I have to worry about. You know, it's just like that relationship between men who are more likely to grow beards are more likely to go bald sooner. I wonder if there's any kind of at all relationship between if you're more likely to keep your hair, are you more likely to go gray? Like Anthony Bourdain, you know? I mean, juvenile hairline basically, but all gray. And he was like largely gray by the time he was in his 40s, if you go back and look. So I wonder if there's a relationship between gray hair, like you're more likely to go gray if you're more likely to keep your hair. And if you're more likely to go bald, are you less likely to go gray? That's something I wonder about. I don't know. That wasn't even supposed to be what the video is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about that last little hair. Let me close the video by doing that. Let me try to find it again. Is that the hair out? Yeah. Look, that's the beginning of my hairline right there. So years from now, that little fella right there, he won't be there anymore. He'll be like, instead it'll be like here or something. So just some deep thoughts and some extreme close-ups on Nick Shell and the few gray hairs he has, and that final, that little hair though, that's like on Titanic when he's like, I'm flying, and he's at the top of the front of the ship or whatever. Like that's that hair right there. Nick Shell is my name, and I will continue talking about men's hair loss because men will continue coming to me to hear me talk about it.